This segment is sponsored by Edward Jones. With the many widespread job changes in the past year, people in the DC region are reevaluating what to do with their old 401k or TSP accounts. Luckily, advisors like those at Edward Jones help individuals understand these choices. And recently, J.D. Power named Edward Jones #1 in client satisfaction among advised investors. And joining us now is one of those advisors, Sarah Adam. Welcome. Great to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. So why are so many in the region reevaluating their 401ks right now?
Yeah, well, saving for your retirement is one of the biggest financial goals most of us are ever going to have. And across the DC region in the last 12 months, we have seen unprecedented job loss and job turnover, which is making people think about what to do with those retirement savings. And even if you had no control over how your job ended, it's important to know that you do have control over what to do with your retirement savings now. And in particular, you have 4 options.
Okay, let's talk about those 4 options.
Yes. So the first option is leave it where it is. You can leave your retirement funds in your old 401k or your TSP if you were a federal worker. And there are a couple of benefits to that. First of all, they're generally low cost. There's no tax impact of doing that. And you can access those funds at age 55 penalty free.
Okay.
There's some constraints though. You're no longer able to contribute to that pot of money. Also, you've limited choice in terms of how you invest those funds, and also limited resources and guidance from experts in making those investment choices.
Okay.
Your next option then is if you have found a new job and have a new employer, you can move those funds. You might be able to consolidate those funds with that new employer plan. You have the same benefits here. Generally, they're lower cost, and it doesn't have a taxable impact at that time. Additionally, you preserve that early age 55 penalty-free access. The same constraints though, limited investment choices and limited support to help you navigate those choices. The third option then is you can roll your funds over into an IRA. When you change a job, you essentially unlock those funds to be able to put them in a standalone investment retirement account or individual retirement account, penalty free, does not have a taxable impact. Now, IRAs have a couple of benefits. There's a lot more investment choice and control. You create a whole new pot of money you can contribute to even after you are employed again. And you get a lot of resources and, in many cases, individualized investment advice from financial advisor. Now, the downside of that, or the trade-off to that, is that all of that comes with a little extra cost.
Sure.
And additionally, you're going to only be able to access those funds penalty-free at age 59 and a half. Now, the last option is to cash out. And I understand that many people are feeling it right now, trying to find new positions. And so for some, this may feel like the only option. And I need to emphasize that this is the most costly option. You're going to pay income tax on whatever you take out. If you're under 55, you'll also pay a 10% penalty. And most importantly, you'll have less money in retirement. And you run the risk of not having enough to sustain you through retirement at a time that you may not be able to drive Uber or work retail to make ends meet.
Yeah.
So these are the kinds of choices Edward Jones financial advisors are making with clients every day.
Yeah, that's a lot of detailed information. Thank you for walking us through that.
Of course.
I can see how important it is to understand your options and to work with someone to help you make the best choice for you. It must be very rewarding to help people. What's your favorite part about being a financial advisor?
Well, it is just that, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly proud of the work that Edward Jones financial advisors have been doing.
Yeah.
Particularly in our region, given so many people have faced unexpected challenges. And Edward Jones has 100 years of experience. We've presence across the whole nation and huge infrastructure to support us financial advisors. Excellent research analysts helping us figure out how to serve our clients best.
That's fantastic. Thank you so very much for this great information.
Of course, thank you.
Yes. To connect with one of the 20,000 plus financial advisors near you, go to edwardjones.com.